Welcome back to Project 613. Today we will learn two mitzvot on the topic of Bikurim, the gift of the first fruits, which we started learning about yesterday. So just a brief overview. Bikurim is the gift that has to be given to the Kohen, to the priests, which is that the farmer, when he sees his first fruits ripening while they are still attached to the trees, he needs to designate them. He needs to separate them by tying a string to them so he knows which were the first ones that ripened. And then when they are ready, he prepares them in a special basket, and in a very joyous procession they are taken to Jerusalem, where they would be presented to the Kohen, to the priest. This is the mitzvah of Bikurim that we learned about yesterday. Today's mitzvot is number one. We have a prohibition on the Kohen, the priest who receives the Bikurim. He is forbidden from eating them outside of Jerusalem. They can only be eaten in Jerusalem. We know this from the verse that says, Lo tuchal le'echol b'sharecha. It is forbidden to eat them in your own gates. In many ways, the mitzvah of Bikurim, of the first fruit, is similar and has the same status as the other tithes that are given either to the Kohanim or to the Levim. In certain aspects it's compared to one, in certain aspects it's compared to another, but at any rate it is forbidden for the Kohen to eat these fruits outside of Jerusalem. Also, it is forbidden for the Kohen to eat these fruits before the declaration, a special declaration, is made. And this actually leads us to the second mitzvah that we learned today. And that is a mitzvah on the farmer, a mitzvah on the owner who brings these fruits, that in addition to presenting them to the Kohen at that time, he needs to make a declaration. And the declaration that he makes together with his fruits is basically thanking Hashem, recounting the history and all of the great miracles that Hashem has performed for our people from the time of our forefathers, from the time of Jacob, how he was saved, and then talking about the history of the Jewish people in Egypt and how our people were saved from the Egyptians, and then the miracles in the desert and how Hashem took us through the desert into the land of Israel. Up until his time, he thanks Hashem for all of the blessings that he has given him and asks that these blessings should continue going forward as well. This declaration is made at the time that the Bikurim are presented, and this is the second mitzvah that we learned today, the mitzvah on the owner, on the farmer, to make this declaration when he brings his Bikurim, when he brings his gift of the first fruits. Some of the verses from this declaration, which are all enumerated clearly in the Torah, we say them today in the Haggadah, in the Passover Haggadah. When we go through the brief history of the Jewish people, many of those passages are actually taken from this declaration, starting from the passage of Arami Oved Avi and going forward in the Haggadah. This is actually a selection of verses taken from this declaration that originally was made when performing this mitzvah. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.